Voice of Influencers.
My name is Aditya Nanuru. I'm 31 years old. I go by the name, my artist name is Kill the Buzz. I've been touring around the world for the last 3.5 years with one of the biggest DJs in the world. His name is Hardwell. I have above 100,000 followers on Facebook, 100,000 followers on 100,000 followers on Instagram, over 200,000 followers on Facebook, over 10 million streams on Spotify, and I'm a DJ and an artist.
How did you start working with Hardwell?
I met him 12 years ago in Amsterdam. Him and I were attending a student party over there, and then we kind of became friends during that night. And then a half year later, me and him met again during Christmas dinner. And after that, he started like calling me to go around gigging with him, touring in the Netherlands and then in Europe. And he knew that I was a piano player, and he knew that I was interested in music, so I started like hanging out with him in the studio. And then after a while, we started like collaborating on stuff, writing music together, listening music together, trying to figure out how other artists were making their music and trying to figure out how they came up with those melody lines. And from that point on, it all just became like natural for me to like produce with him. He learned me most of the stuff that I know now, like all the basics. And then from one point on, he said, why don't you just give it a try yourself? Go home, here are the programs, install it on your laptop, on your computer, and try to make your own music. And that happened, I think, 7 years ago.
So before you met him, you weren't interested in being a DJ?
Before I met Hardwell, I wasn't even remotely interested in like being a DJ. For me, music was always a thing, always a passion. I played piano, I played trumpet, I played drums, I even attended a marching band. I did all sorts of stuff with music, even do a live band, a couple of them. But I've never had the idea to become a producer or a DJ. During the time that I had a live band, after every rehearsal, we would go out to bars and pubs and play there. And in that same period, I figured that I didn't want to play music that was already made, so like cover all that stuff. I wanted to create music. And during that same period of time, I met Hardwell, so that became a sort of natural kind of thing to flow from doing a cover band, a live band, and music into becoming a producer. And from becoming a producer, afterwards I found out that people wanted to hear me play on stages. So I got my first offer in a really small bar in Breda, in the Netherlands, to play music there. And because I was doing all these mixtapes while I was producing, I found it very interesting to like mix all these tracks together. I made it on my computer, and then the guy who was hosting parties over there said, hey, why don't you come and play live as a DJ? So for me, like making music and then producing music and then making mixtapes ended up in being a DJ. So I've never before thought about like, hey, I can become a DJ.
Follow the Moti on Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat.